for work. All right, we're going to continue to go to your calls. Let's jump to Marcus in Texas. Marcus, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason, how you doing tonight?
Good, man.
Hey, Jason, I just wanted to call and let you know, Josh, he called in your show, I believe it was last week, or no, it was 2 weeks ago maybe when Alex was sitting in. He's one of the guys from the Prison Planet Forum.
Okay.
He was talking about the Promise software.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, Josh, Mark, which is Anti-Illuminati from the Prison Planet Forum, and myself have started a new TV/radio show over the Internet at deprogram.net called Pierce in the Darkness.
Excellent.
And they're really going into detail on all this software stuff, and, a lot of it's over my head, but I'm just kind of regular.
And just so people know, that is DPROGRAM.net. There's no DE. It's deprogram.net with just the D.
That's
They
right.
also rebroadcast my show. They're good people over there.
Oh, great, man, it's a great community, and I'm the regular Joe Blow of all this stuff, trying to ask the questions that, the regular guy at, because these guys, so much of it is so in detail, but they're doing a really good job of getting the information out there, and we've been doing 2 hours leading up, before we broadcast your show, we've been doing the 2 hours leading up to your show, so it's really been working out great. Lots of people from the Prison Planet Forum coming in, and getting a lot of people to download the vids and watching the vids.
Excellent. Just be careful of starting your own YouTube channel, because you're on the Prison Planet Forum. You may be automatically banned.
Well, man, that's another thing. I've been sending my thing in to get approved. I'm waiting for my approval email so I can get it on the Prison Planet Forum. If any of the guys can help me out, I sure would appreciate it.
All right. Well, there's the call out. What's the handle they should be looking for on the Prison Planet Forum?
Captain Gringo.
Captain Gringo. Thanks, man. Let's go to Ryan in New York. Ryan, you're on the line.
How you doing,
Yes,
brother?
sir. Good, man.
First of all, congratulations on your new niece or nephew.
Oh, thank you. It's actually a niece, and Michelina is the name after my grandmother.
Very good. Do not vaccinate.
No, you know what? And that was a big conversation that I had with my mother earlier. I called her over the weekend, and she told me that she was going to be going down there to visit my sister, driving from New York all the way to Virginia. And I asked her, I'm like, well, what's the deal? She's not going to vaccinate the kid. She's like, no. She's looking into the conscientious objector. She's going to ask for the paperwork. She's going to refuse it. And, I'm going to try to keep in touch with my sister and help her along the way, because those, let's be honest, those evil people at the pharmaceutical and medical industry, they want to force you to believe that you have to do this. Meanwhile, you're putting your children in serious jeopardy when you do.
Absolutely. And I wanted to call and say that I made a YouTube channel called Expose 9/11 Lies, and within a week it was shut down.
And what did they say? What was the excuse? What did they say?
It was a Gmail account for Google, and it just said disabled. There was no excuse at all. It didn't say for any particular reason.
They don't like the truth getting out there. They don't like that we have used the Internet to get our message across better than any other group in the world. Let me repeat that. The Patriot movement has used the Internet more efficiently than any other group in the world, grassroots or otherwise. The only reason people know about us who don't listen to the radio show and don't come to InfoWars is because of YouTube, Google Video, and the mainstream press that we've gotten because we've dominated for so long on it. I thank you for the call, Ryan. I'm going to jump to Paulette in Calgary. Paulette, you're on the air.
How are you tonight?
I'm all right.
Good. Listen, I'm calling from Calgary, Alberta, and I want to tell you something that happened about 4.5 years ago. I got a virus in my spinal cord, and it left me a quadriplegic. And I ended up losing about 5 inches of my cord, and I almost lost everything. I had 3 children. Anyway, I basically fought the whole system. I ended up not taking all their pills, which was like 30, 40 pills a day. And I started doing the natural pathway. And what I realized and found out and rediscovered through my own Olympic background is that, the myelin sheath of the spinal cord, and I want everybody to hear this, the reason why these big pharmaceutical companies are getting away with all these pharmaceutical branding products is because all these pills attack the cord. They break down the myelin sheath of the cord. They fully, go at the cord with a bismuth in that pill, any type of pill, basically. Anyway, around that time, I had gone to Janet Hall, Dr. Hall. She's a microbiologist in the States. She did the hair toxicology on me. And it's kind of funny that like 400 microbiologists have just fallen off the face of the earth. Anyway, she had told me to kind of keep it quiet. But she had mentioned to me that the bismuth in my blood was so high. I mean, it was going to kill me.
You know, that's a good point, by the way, that you mentioned those microbiologists, because I don't know if you were listening earlier, but Merck just got caught sending out emails where they had a hit list of doctors that they opposed their drugs or their company, and they said, well, we can neutralize them, they've been neutralized, or, you know, we can defame them and we can discredit them. And then on top of that, they actually, you know, they make all these other comments that we can bribe them out, we can suggest that they won't have any funding. I mean, these people are cutthroat.
Well, let me tell you something. Janet Hall told me personally that she had to watch what she said on the phone because she's being watched. Mm-hmm. And this is really sad that I have to hear this from a lady who's trying to help me. So I just want to kind of say something across here to all the people that are disabled around the world. All those pills that they have you on, those nice fancy pharmaceuticals, it's about time that we kind of wake up and see that those pills are to dumb us down, keep us extremely sick, keep us paralyzed, not able to walk, because it's plugging up all our neurons and transmitters in the spinal cord. It's totally eating the myelin sheath off your cord. And if we really could get with the program, we'd start pushing like the bill that we're pushing that in Alberta right now, which is that C bill for natural medicine. I know we're in the New World Order, I understand, but we still got to fight for progression here. And as I go out and I'm motivationally speaking around the globe, and I'm going to start here in Canada, I really want people to hear these vaccinations, they are so bad. Please stop vaccinating your kids. I've had hepatitis B shots in the past as a security guard. I'm sure they played a part in breaking down my myelin sheath. And I just want people to be more aware that, you know, what we're saying tonight here, this is no hype. This isn't to be denied. People are really getting these things from the media. I mean, they're being dumbed down by propaganda. We don't need to take those things. The body will live just fine without it. And the flu virus that just came in, I'm telling you right now, there is no way that nobody can tell me that that was not a planned attack on anybody, because I only saw one case of somebody dying in Calgary, Alberta. Come on. Yeah. And that wasn't even by the flu.
Exactly. And that's a great point, because, you know, they hyped up the deaths in Canada and Mexico. We don't even know if these people died from the swine flu. Nobody in America did. They tried to say that 33-year-old woman did. In the same exact news clip, they admit, well, Texas health officials fell short of actually saying it was the swine flu. And then they said, well, this is from pigs in Mexico. Then they say, oh, we can't find any pigs in Mexico. They find pigs in Canada, and they blame it on a Mexican immigrant worker. I'm not buying the story. I thank you for the call, Paulette. Let's jump to Casey in Arizona. Casey, you're on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're on the air.
Okay. Hey, did Alex just come on and Savage said that he would pay money to have 9/11?
No. We were talking about Michael Savage losing a lawsuit in 2008. He tried to go after this. No, I know he was talking about Michael Reagan, but we were talking about two different things. First, we were talking about First, we were talking about Savage losing this lawsuit to a supposed Islamic website who was reposting his stuff and commenting on it. You know, fair use, totally legal to do.
Sure.
And then we were talking about the fact that Michael Reagan had called for the death of 9/11 truthers for us to be rounded up and put before a fire. Yes, put before a firing squad. Yeah, no, Michael Reagan did that. That's all over the YouTube. And then he tried to pull Mark Dice's YouTube channel for using that excerpt.
Right. No, I got the rest of it. I said, Michael, I was like, no. And Michael Savage has got some different things. But I mean, I agree with some of the things he says. What this lady was talking about, certain doctors that Merck was going to target.
Oh no, let me tell you about it. That wasn't a lady, that was me. This one is out of
right.
Yeah. This is out of the London Guardian, sir. And let me just find the article. Here it is. Just so you can find the headline yourself and make sure that, you know, I'm not making this up. I'm an evil member of the alternative media. So what I'm saying...
I check everything.
All right. Well, it's called The Danger of Drugs, ... and Data. And here it is. Here's the excerpt that I was reading. The first fun thing to emerge in the Australian case is email documentation showing the staff at Merck made a hit list of doctors who were critical of the company or of the drug, and the drug was Vioxx. This list contained words such as neutralize, neutralized, and discredit next to the names of various doctors. We may need to seek them out and destroy them where they live, said one email from a Merck employee. Staff are also alleged to have used other tactics, such as trying to interfere with academic appointments and dropping hints about how funding the institution might dry up. Institutions might think about whether they will wish to receive money from a company like that in the future. And it continues. I mean, it only gets worse. It's pretty disgusting, but it's really something that we've all known and discussed. But we're tinfoil conspiracy hat wearers if we dare speak up about it.
I got to make up one of those hats. No, I'm
Go ahead, man.
Pull it up. How can this continue? How do the people just get here?
We're retarded. I know I'm not supposed to use the term retarded because, I might offend somebody, but we are retarded.
I used to, and you're right.
Yeah, I mean, give me a break. We're not going to stand up. It's just going to be me, Alex Jones, and a handful of others who make a big deal about this article. You'll never even hear about it in the United States. Maybe one or two people will pick up on it. Maybe Lou Dobbs, maybe Keith Olbermann. And instead of being a featurette for the week, like that Baxter story should have been, it'll be just a story in the wind, my friend.